same, the same people, the same ecosystem wants the dead economy to stand up to bully Trump. या तो पहले मान लें कि dead economy नहीं है.
So, Pranesh, the ignorance in the opposition and on your panel both is profound. I just heard Akashdeep Muni say we should have retaliated. We should have done something at the WTO. He doesn't know that we have slammed retaliatory tariffs against steel and aluminium, and that too at the WTO level. He is not aware of that, and we did it back in 2019 during Trump's first term. We've doubled down on that right now as we speak. But Akashdeep Muni is unaware and he's saying we should do something like this. Imagine, another Rahul Gandhi fanboy, I would say. Having said that, Pranesh, here it needs to be understood first. Russian oil was never really sanctioned. In fact, back in 2022, in March, the crude oil had crossed $100 per barrel. All the senators at that time were literally requesting for China and India to start buying from Russia in a way. They were giving subtle hints because else the crude oil prices would have jumped up to $200 per barrel. That is how crazy it was getting, because Iraq and Saudi Arabia were the only suppliers. We have done the world a great service, a great favor by actually procuring from Russia. Trump is unaware of that. Trump is grossly ill-informed. That everybody knows, from his party to the opposition to everyone. He doesn't realize that we are the reason why today the crude oil prices are balanced in this world. Having said that, we don't need to be apologetic. And Trump very conveniently, every time he mentions trade deficit, he glosses over the fact that in terms of services, it's the US that is ripping off the world actually. If we get down to, we've just started, if we get down to taxing big tech in a way that we want, Trump can have some serious, he will have a serious pain in the neck. That's the amount of leverage we have for him.
No,
and
of
for
course,
any
bully,
bully.
No, I know, I agree with the point that you're making, Karan, but that's about, that's for policy makers to do, and it's about policy. All that I want to focus on the panel, because of paucity of time, is the political commentary and the hypocrisy here, the double speak, not just of the United States that I listed out in my introduction, but of the ecosystem / opposition, whatever you want to call them. So let's go back to Ravi Srivastava. Ravi Srivastava ji, राहुल गांधी कहते हैं इंडिया डेड इकोनॉमी है. आप मानते हैं इंडिया डेड इकोनॉमी है? और अगर नहीं है तो राहुल गांधी ने क्यों कहा? और उस दिन जब कहा डेड इकोनॉमी है, ट्रंप को एको किया, उनको रिपीट किया उनके क्लेम्स को, तो आज क्यों चुप है? ये सीधा सवाल है सर.
That day also I had said that it's not a dead economy, it's in coma. It's about to be a dead economy because high taxes, crawling lower GDP, no jobs, no employment, high prices, high taxes. This all makes, and the very low per capita income makes it a coma economy which will be dead very short.
Which is this global agency that you are referring to? कोई global agency जैसे S&P है, Moody's है, कुछ IMF, कोई तो agency होगा? Or is this your, own analysis?
In the public domain, you don't have to refer an agency.
Right.
Unemployment, everybody knows in the world.
So when the IMF says India is, poised to grow at this rate, it is a bright spot in the global economy. वो ऐसे ही बोल रहे हैं. The real economist is here on the panel, Ravi Srivastava, right?
And you are jumping on the number 4 economy and all that. I got a different question here.
No, answer my question. Where is Rahul Gandhi in all of this?
Why you are pulling Rahul Gandhi again and again?
I am not pulling, sir. He pulled himself by saying India is a dead economy. And now he is silent today. Dr. Muni says this is not a strongly worded statement. Dr. Muni, I am sure you have the statement.